9:41, I had the opportunity to speak with a local hairstylist who also happens to be Michelle Obama's hairstylist. She shared with us what she's expecting to see in the new year when it comes to hair trends. Take a look. New year, new me, new hair. 2023 is right around the corner, and if you are looking for some inspiration to spice up your hairstyle in the new year, hairstylist and salon owner Yene Damtu joins me now to talk about trends and what we're seeing for the next year. Yene, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning, Jeanette. Good to see you as well.
So we know how important hair is, right? For a lot of people, it can mean a new beginning. It can help with your confidence. What are we seeing for next year?
A number of different trends are coming into style next year. Nothing new, but just bringing back some old hairstyles. One of the things that we're seeing requested the most here at Aesthetics is just care for your natural hair. So natural blowouts, natural styling, flat twist, simple things that people have kind of steered away from for a little bit. Keeping it to the basics is definitely making a comeback next year in 2023.
What do you think is drawing people towards that? Why are we returning really back to the basics, like you say?
I think that hair goes in cycles. So back to the basics is something I think a lot of people have been at home for the past 2 years, and they're going back. They're going back into the office. They're going back into the workspace, and they just want to keep a soft and easy, maintainable look on their hair.
Gotcha. And what's the next trend?
Braids are definitely making a comeback. It's an easy style. It allows you the flexibility to work out. It could still be professional. So you see a lot of women going into protective styles, braids, crochets, extensions, a number of different everyday looks are coming back when it comes to braiding your hair.
You make a good point about it being professional. I think we've seen a lot of women just embrace it, right? And there's so much versatility when it comes to braiding, whether it's dressing up or dressing it down. I am curious. Is there, when you say protective style, what makes it so that perhaps it could be doing more harm than good?
I think a lot of people forget to understand that the tension of self-manipulation. I think that so many people think that protective only means like not touching your hair, and it's a protective style, but it's also about the manipulation to your hair. So as long as you're not manipulating your hair too much, it's a protective style. So with braids, extensions, you could still braid your hair and protect it underneath and then put an enhancement in your hair so that you still look the same presentable way that you're used to.
Okay, important to keep that in mind. And the next trend?
Color, subtle color and full color is coming back. So you're seeing a lot of people highlight their hair, but it's not that blonde. It's just sun-kissed, soft browns, nice caramel colors are coming back, or all over color is coming back as well. That solid shine to your hair with a nice deep brown, deep red, some coppers, but nothing too deep. That's gonna get nothing too light. That's going to be a shock to your look.
Is there a benefit to that? I don't know if that means less damage to your hair, or it's easier to maybe go back to your original hair color?
It's not that it's less damage. I think it's all making sure that it's done by a professional. I think when people get highlights, some people try to experiment with highlights at home, and then there's damage. So then they go back to dark hair because, again, that shine is what's making your hair look super healthy. So it's extremely important to make sure that you seek a professional and that you are thinking about how light reflects onto your hair to add that depth.
And speaking of professionals, we know how important that is to have someone who's educated on hair and how to take care of it. Really quickly, what are some things you should look for when you're looking for a hairstylist?
When you're looking for a professional hairstylist, one of the things that you want to make sure is that they're licensed. You want to check their credibility, their record. Going online and looking at their reviews is extremely important, and making sure that they're educating you, that they're receptive to the questions that you ask them, and they're not combative.
All right, that was Yene Damtu with Aesthetic Salon. She's got a ton of videos with tips and tricks on hair and hair health. Yene Damtu is her Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Thank you for bringing that, too. I mean, she's got quite the clientele. Wisdom, I'm curious for you, okay? Because I think this is where she's talking about all those great trends.
Right.
As a guy, I'm a little different when it comes to that. I've been going to the same person for a decade now, right?
Right.
Your hair always looks good. I'm curious for you. I sit down, I never have the conversation about what are we going to do today. I sit down, we start talking, I walk out with a haircut.
Actually, you know what? I do have a conversation like that, and it lasts about a second and a half.
Okay.
Because they're like, oh, no, we're just going to cut it the same way.
Okay.
Because it's not going to be any different.
But it's just
like,
at least pretend
Yeah,
that you're
I pretend like I'm going to do something different.
So you're like, I think today we're going to try, and they're just like, okay.
They're like, okay, and then they just cut it.
It's the same thing.
cut it the regular way.